Let's get started. UFC 145, Evans versus Jones for the light heavyweight championship. Excuse me. Let's first start off with Mark Hominick versus Eddie Yagan. Hominick is coming off of 2 losses to his last fight. He basically got knocked out in the first round. The one before that, he lost to a decision, which still was an excellent fight with Aldo. And then you have Eddie Yagan, which I think he lost his last fight at UFC 135. But all in all, both of these guys are on the big stage, and they're good fighters, blah 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 blah. But I just have to say that I think that Hominick is the better fighter of both of these guys. He's fought the top of the top, Aldo. He's been fought guys a little bit below Aldo. He has heart, and he's, like you said, he's been doing this longer. I just really don't see Yagan really hanging in there when it comes to his boxing skills. And even if he does try to take him onto the ground, I still think Hominick is a better ground fighter than Yagan. So in this fight, I could see Hominick pretty much taking this all the way to the third round and then catching him with the big blow there and finish him off in the third. So I have Hominick winning by TKO third round. Then we have, let's see, Miguel Torres versus Michael McDonald. Since Torres has been back in the UFC, he got fired because of that rape comment on Twitter and whatnot, and then he got put back on. Both of these guys, especially Torres, is a well-rounded fighter. A lot of experience. McDonald is well-rounded too. This one is a really tough call because I really, I don't see like Torres. He really doesn't have a knockout power. He's a very technical fighter. He's what people call a point master. He goes out there to win, but not to necessarily finish. I think he's went out there to finish when he was champion and whatnot in WEC, and it caused him to lose matches. So now he just wants to stay on a winning streak, so he'll do whatever he has to do to win without the finish because it risks too much for him. And I think he's going to do the same thing in this one. Even though both of these guys I feel are kind of leveled, I think Torres will win this one based upon him just eking out wins just to stay in the game, And that's what he's going to do. He's going to point McDonald to death and win by a decision. So I have Miguel Torres winning by decision. Okay, so then we have Brittany Schwab versus Ben Rothwell. Both of these guys are heavy hitters in the heavyweight division. We all know Ben Rothwell has extreme power in his hand, as well as Brittany Schwab does too. Even though his last match that he had, he got knocked out. I just think that for this match, I think Schwab is the better boxer, and I think that he has more speed than Rothwell. Even though when Rothwell hits, he probably has more. He puts on more damage. So let me take that back. Schwab doesn't have more power, but he does have the speed. More speed than Rothwell. But we both know both of these guys aren't going to the ground. It's going to be, they're just going to stand up and rock'em sock'em robots until someone falls on the ground or somebody catches somebody, and then they start laying the heavy hands on them. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I think Schwab is going to just beat away at Rothwell with combinations and use his speed and parrying and dodging and whatnot to get out of the way of his punches. And it's just going to be a situation of speed kills in this fight. So I have Brittany Schwab winning this one by third round by TKO. He's going by TKO. Correct. So let's go on to the next one. We have Roy McDonald versus Che Mills. You know, both of these guys are really, really good fighters. As anybody at the UFC level, everybody's a good fighter. But in this aspect, Roy McDonald is on a 2-win streak. He's only lost one, and I think he lost that to the welterweight champion Carlos Condit. And I don't see him going into this fight and losing to Mills, based upon, I think, even though Mills is on a win streak himself, I think he's lost about 4 times out of 19 fights. But I don't see McDonald going in here and risking a chance for him to get back up into the leaderboard here and do what he needs to do. So in this fight, I have Roy McDonald winning with his vicious ground and pound, and I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to get him on the ground and pound him out, and I don't think there's anything that Che Mills can do about it. So that's my prediction for that. Then we have the main event, Jon Jones versus Rashad Evans. In this fight, guys, I really, really want Rashad Evans to win. You know, I like his style. I like the way he acts. I'm a real fan of Rashad Evans. I love Jon Jones because of his diversity and his striking. You know, he uses his God-given talents and his physical attributes to his best, to his advantage. These guys, even though they train together, I think it's kind of null and void because they both train together, and you know, you hear a lot of crap, you know, going back and forth with these guys. But what I can say is that I just think in this match that Rashad will try to take him down, and he might be able to he might be able to take him down, which he probably will be able to take him down. But I don't think he'll be able to hold him there. And I think that the reach advantage of Jon Jones and his diversity of striking will be the end all of this fight. Not to mention that if he is able to get Evans on the ground, he will use his vicious ground and pound with the elbows. And he uses elbows everywhere, standing up in the clinch. He uses them really good on the ground. And it's just so hard for me to go against Jones, even though I'm a fan of Rashad. I just see Jones just overwhelming Rashad with just his diversity of things that he's able to land, and his reach is going to be killer in this fight. It's going to be killer. Even though I know Rashad is probably going to try to use his wrestling to shoot in and whatnot. He has to worry about shooting in and catching a knee, shooting in and catching, you know, something else. Because if you think about it, he has to shoot from a distance because he doesn't want to be inside of Jones's reach. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I have Jones winning this fight by the third round by TKO. But I wouldn't be surprised if he got a decision. But out of all of this, though, I still believe that Rashad has the best chance of beating Jones. If anybody beats Jones, it will be Rashad. Because his style will work. Now, will he knock Jones out? I don't think so. He will beat him by points if he did win. But in the prediction, you got to pick a winner and a loser, and I pick Jon Jones for the winner and Rashad for the loser. So, guys, that is my prediction for UFC 145. If If you like the video, please rate, comment, subscribe as usual.
I mean, this is all I got for me. I don't know how many more years I got, but I mean, for him, he's on top of the world. You know, having fun, traveling, doing all the things. Everybody's telling him how great he is. He believes it. You know, so when you where he is right now, he should be looking out for me, because right now he believes that he is untouchable. He believes that he is something. He hasn't had the pitfalls of what happens in the fight.
Rashad, some guys relish having the chip on their shoulder, being the underdog. You seem to be one of those guys. Is that a fair assessment?
That's me all day. You know, I've always been the underdog. I've always been the guy who nobody really ever give a chance to. So, you know, to be in a situation where somebody would think that just because I'm older, I don't got the heart to compete is crazy.
Oh, I never said he doesn't have the heart to compete.
No, he said that.
Yeah, I never said he doesn't have the heart to compete. I said that there's something about being really young and fresh. You know, I haven't seen the world. I don't have the riches, and I don't have this, and I don't have that.
You got a Bentley, don't you, or a Rolls Royce?
I do have a Bentley.
Oh, well,
I do have a Bentley, 2012 Bentley.
Okay.
But you know, bottom line really is that I want more. I want more. I want more for my family's future, and I have a dream and a vision that's so much bigger than what I'm doing right now. You know, that's why I won't say that. But
what were you about to say?
No, I'm just saying this is just another chapter in my life, a chapter in my story, and I think that it's so much greater than this fight, and that's why I feel calm and everything, and I'm extremely confident. I do believe my own hype, and I'm working towards making it true.
But that's the worst thing you can ever do.
Well, it's working for me.
It's working for you.
I'm not saying that it's an arrogance thing.
It is an arrogance thing.
No, it's not. I believe that I'm the greatest. Muhammad Ali said
there's been so many of you though.
Muhammad Ali said that I said I was the greatest way before I was the greatest. I made the world believe that I was the greatest, and then. But with his own self-conviction, he became the greatest.
Okay,
and
but
that's
he
the
also
attitude that I
was
have.
humbled.
I believe that I have an attitude of a champion.
He was humbled many
and
times.
of a winner. I have an attitude of a champion and a winner, and I'm not apologetic for it.
You need to be humble.
And I think it's something that people in America could learn from.
No, you need to be humble.
It's very important. It's very important to believe in yourself. It's
you can believe in yourself. You can be believing in yourself, but you need to be humble.
And people, this world will pass you by if you give another man anything over yourself. Anything over yourself. So I will say, yes, I'll say I'm the best looking. I'll say that I'm the most funny. I'll say I'm the most charismatic. I'll say I'm the most mainstream. I'll say everything.
Hulk! Smash!